Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to have an epic showdown between three PRS type guitars. I've got the PRS SE 2408, which is a low budget PRS model, but we're going to compare that guitar against my 2023 Custom Core model 2408, which has all of its excellent USA manufacturing materials and its unique tone as well. We're going to compare it against my IYV IP300 TSB guitar, which has been upgraded with Zach Meyer PRS pickups. So basically we have a $400 guitar, an $800 PRS SE Custom, and the flagship $5,000 guitar core model. We're going to do A versus B versus C blind sound testing with both clean and dirty tones, as well as go through a lot of the build quality aspects of all three guitars. So let's get started. All right, so now let's talk about the PRS build construction of these guitars in the video. This first guitar is an IYV PRS Replica. It's a Vietnamese company, and I have made some changes to it. I swapped out the tuners and put in Zach Meyer's PRS pickups. It comes with a Wilkinson tremolo. It is a 25-inch scale, 24-fret guitar with neck-through construction, as you can see on the back here. And it's got this beautiful inlay work in this Jatoba fretboard, which I think is quite beautiful. It's well made actually for the price point. These guitars now sell for about $240 on Amazon, which is less than even I paid for it several months ago when it was around $270. So if you're looking for a low budget option, in terms of construction, this is actually pretty well made. Now there's QC issues, which I've talked about in my other videos on this guitar, so be aware of that. But otherwise, if you get a good one, and willing to put some time, a little bit of effort, maybe a little bit of money into it, it's a really decent guitar. So now let's talk about the PRS SE 2408. Now this guitar is made in Indonesia, which actually makes pretty decent guitars from my experience. This has the 24 fret, 25-inch scale neck as well. It has a mahogany body with this flame maple veneer on top. Not as thick as the core models, but very nicely done in this charcoal sunburst color. And it's got the flying birds, as you can see. It's got the stock tuners and the stock TCI pickups from PRS, which gives it kind of a brighter edge in the bridge position. It does have the split coil switches for both pickups, so you can coil tap those for more strat type tones. Of course, it has the patented PRS tremolo system, and most people on these guitars tend to upgrade the tuners to locking tuners. And then also they will many times change out the pickups on this guitar. But this is also a very beautiful guitar. It weighs about 7.5 pounds. So that is the PRS SE 2408. So now let me talk about the build quality of the flagship model, the PRS Custom Core 2408. Again, it's a 24 fret, 25-inch scale guitar with better materials made in the USA out of Maryland. Again, with the coil tapping switches for each pickup. Now these switches are a little bit longer than the ones on the SE guitar, but otherwise the layout's pretty similar, the same type of speed knobs and switching systems. Now these guitars have the 8515 pickups, which are well known for their clarity and warmth, sustain and so forth. It has the beautiful flamed maple veneer top that's much thicker than the SE. This guitar again weighs about 7.5 pounds. Comparable to the SE, has neck-through construction, of course, with the improved tremolo system. You can tell it's got brass in this system, whereas the SE does not. It has the locking tuners, which you don't get on the SE. The neck is mahogany. Now, that's different than the SE. The SE guitar has a three-way maple neck. I think it's called 3-ply maple neck. And so it just feels a little lighter to me, the neck, or the feel of the neck feels better to me. I can't quite put my finger on it, but it's gonna vary, you know, how you play and what kind of sound you like, but I think it has a little warmer tone, but that's very subjective, but I just love the way this guitar feels. It's like butter in your hands. I mean, it's a beautiful guitar. It's, you know, it's top of the line materials. So in the blind sound testing of the three, we'll do full humbucker settings with full volume and tone controls. So let's move on to the all-important sound test. So if you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. It really does help my channel grow. And last year was a great start, and I can't wait to do more videos this coming year in 2026. Now for the big reveal. Which guitar do you think was Guitar A, Guitar B, and Guitar C for the blind sound test? Guitar A was the PRS SE. The PRS SE had a pretty strong output, I thought. These TCI-S pickups do a really good job at giving you a bright tone. Guitar B was the IYV PRS Replica. This was a $240 guitar on average, and I've seen it as low as around $213 even on Amazon, but as high as $280, and with the upgrades I made, about a $400 guitar. And lastly, Guitar C was the PRS Custom 2408 Core model. So let me know in the comments what you think about the three guitars and the blind sound test. Which one would you buy? Which one to you is worth the investment? Would it be the PRS SE and its mid-level pricing? Or would you rather go for the IYV and do the modifications to it? However, if you really want the best of the best, you can't beat the Core model, but then again, that's a lot of money. And PRS even has better guitars at the $2,000 level, like the S2, for instance, and some other models that you might want to consider. If you have any ideas of content you'd like to see, leave them in the comments, and I'll definitely consider them. I'm at a point now where I'm looking for new ideas. So thank you very much. Keep on rocking, and we'll see you in the next video.